Afternoon, Alec.
Hey Phil, how you going?
Good, buddy. Yourself?
Not bad, thank you.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, how was your holiday weekend last week?
Well, I miss seeing you, Alec.
Oh my God, don't you like that?
That's since we started. That's the first Monday I haven't seen you. Well, I haven't done it, but I've gone 2 weeks without seeing you.
Oh well, that's all right, Phil. That's all right.
But it was all good.
That's good.
We had the tournament here. You had a tournament at your place.
Yeah.
And a tournament at Chalkers.
It's all happening, isn't it? It's been a busy period, and there's lots more coming up too.
Yeah.
So it's really good. We've got a lot to get through today, Phil.
We took one Monday off, Iceman, and we won't get through all the results.
That's right.
Well, we better go to we'll go to Empire and the Adelaide Cup there.
Yeah. So
Did you win it?
No, I didn't play in it, Phil.
Oh, you didn't play?
Yeah, I went to the other Adelaide Cup down at the.
Oh, on this copy of ours.
What?
Well, ours is the main event, Iceman.
No, I think the actual Adelaide Cup race.
Oh, come on. Did you win there?
No.
Oh, jeez, what's going on?
No. Had a good day though. I mean, myself and Lim went down to the racetrack and had a good day there. Nice to have a day off and not worry about everything. So that was
awesome.
good. Yeah. So at the Adelaide Cup holiday event, the 8 ball at Empire.
Yeah.
We had James Georgiadis had a win.
What?
Yeah. So
8 ball.
8 ball. Do you remember how I was saying? Once you get a win, you start to get a bit of belief in yourself, and all of a sudden, even though it wasn't 9 ball because he won the state 9 ball the week before, now he's come up and won the state the 8 ball tournament. So he's starting to hit the ball really well, obviously, and you start believing in yourself that you can win. It goes a long way.
It's a good. Obviously, it was a good effort from James winning the 9 ball, but to back it up and win an 8 ball event when he, that's not his main priority. That's a good achievement from young James.
Yeah, he beat Kane Weekly in the final. Had a double chance in the final and got up with his first. So, well done there to James.
Yeah, and nice to see Kane back in the final.
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet lately. Haven't seen him around, so hopefully he'll get back in the game again. And because he was one of our state players that he's been coming through the ranks, and we're going to need him at nationals to be firing. We don't need him, green and haven't been practicing. So it was good to see him back in the game.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic seeing young Kane making the final. Yeah, showing his dad how to play.
Well, that's all right. Grant's made a state team, so stop picking on.
I wasn't picking on him. Jeez, you're all fired up today, aren't you?
Oh yeah. So how did your Adelaide Cup go?
Yeah, no, we had a good day, Iceman.
Yeah.
Our final had 10 players in it, and our minor state snooker champion Frank Zhao was victorious.
Yeah.
He got over the line by about 14 points from John Molnar, with Chris Wignall third and Mike Wellens fourth. So we had an excellent day for the Adelaide Cup. Everyone had lots of fun, and Frank Zhao also made a 55 break on the day. John Quinlan knocked in a 55.
Oh, wow.
So there was a few breaks. We had a nice tournament.
Oh, that's good.
And Frank, he's a very, very good player, Alec. He's puts a lot of time and effort in the room. And gets the results.
There you go.
A bit like you said, put the effort in, you get the rewards. And Frank is also one of them players. So that was good.
Yeah.
And also that weekend they had the ladies tournament down at Chalkers, as you'd know. So they had an amazing turnout there. Like 53 players, I think they had there. Yeah. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome. Absolutely. Yeah.
So we had 8 ball, snooker, ladies pool on that long weekend, and still managed to get some very good numbers on a weekend when people go away. So that was fantastic. And in the ladies event, there was in third spot was Sue Kendall. I think she made the semis of the previous tournament.
Right.
And the final was between Stacey Siakis and Taylor Meyer, and it went to the deciding frame. Taylor got over the line.
Wow.
3. So Taylor made the last final.
She lost the other final.
Yeah, to Lyndall.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Lyndall was on holiday.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
She must be making plenty of money because, going on holidays when tournaments are on, it's only going to cost her money.
Yeah, she's looking after her friends.
Yeah, right.
$1,000 to share.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. So not only did they get a huge field, they had good turnout and fantastic prize money, $1,000 to the winner. So congratulations to Taylor for winning that.
Yep.
And they also had a minor knockout as well. And I'll get the names because you can help me with this one, Alex. I'm pretty sure Stacey's mum.
Bethany Gihoy.
Yeah, she beat Carol Harrison in the final of the non-qualifiers knockout.
Right.
So, well, mum and daughter effort there.
Picking up the cash,
so, fantastic. So,
very good.
Brilliant effort there.
Yeah. No,
so that was the long weekend stuff, Alec.
Yeah. Okay.
And then following that, Iceman, on to this week. I know they had a knockout at Caruso's on Friday night.
Yeah.
And Alec, you told me you were down there last Monday night, and it was busy.
Yeah.
So they had 43 players turn up for their Friday knockout, which is also huge numbers.
Yeah.
So well done to Dominic and the crew down there for getting them people in there. And I'm not sure how they run it, but I know they structure it with A, B, and C-rated players.
Yeah.
But I do know a couple of your friends made the final in Jaden and Mikey Cassiola.
Yeah.
Jaden got over Mikey in the final. So you were talking about when you start winning, you're winning, and Mikey lost 2 finals in a row. Lost to James in the 9-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Keep losing, Mikey. But no, I'm only joking. Well done on Jaden on winning that event. So I know that in 3rd spot there was Jarrett Wynot. He defeated Beck Bartlett, and Beck had a chance to beat Jaden in the semis. She sneaked herself getting on the black in their deciding frame. So Beck also put in a fantastic effort on making the semi-finals there. So keep up the good work, Dominic. You're helping promoting 8-ball in South Australia, down north, and it's amazing. They're getting these figures, Iceman.
Yeah, well, I dare say a lot of people probably don't even know it's on.
Yeah.
So, if you want to get down there, I assume it's like a 7 o'clock, 7:30 start. I don't think it's quite that expensive, like $10 entry maybe.
I'm not sure, but it's fortnightly. So Dominic,
Oh,
if you want to give us the information, we're happy to push out this knockout for you that's happening every Friday, or every second Friday, I think it is.
So people in the area that play in the league, I mean, I'm sure they probably play down at Caruso's, so they could ask the question as well and find out what's happening. I was down there, I didn't see any signage advertising. I think they put it away because they saw me coming.
Well, I put it away as well, Alec, if I seen you coming as well. So.
No, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, it hasn't taken Mikey and Jaden long to find out about it.
They live in the area, see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah,
but for
sneaking down there.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you don't live in the area, you can still get down there and take on the crew and maybe get in the right division and have a result, have a win, get some practice in, support your local venues. It's good.
No, it's brilliant.
Definitely. All right, well, we'll move on to what's happening this week.
Yeah.
So tonight we've got our Super League back on again. We had our first matches the week before. Last week public holiday, so tonight's our round 2. I'm not going to go into who's playing who, but it's all available on Poolstat.
With that, Alec, so last week you had Poolstat.
Week before, yeah.
And you now enter the results into the phone.
Yeah, so what's happening is we're going Poolstat live.
You did tell me it was live.
Yeah, so we're going Poolstat live. So if you want to look up what's going on at that 7:30, 8 o'clock, there's a list of, when you log into Poolstat, go to SA and IBASA, 8-Ball Association, and you'll see the Super League. Actually, at the top there's a live button. So you'll go, there's a home page and the live, go to live, it'll show you what's going on, what the results are basically as they happen for all the matches in Super League at once. Yeah. So that's great. It's really advertising the game, and once people get to know it, I'm seeing people that are in the room playing for my team logging on and having a look at results as they're going in other matches on the night. So
what I wanted to know, how easy is that transformation gone, Alec?
It went pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Someone gave me a crash course during the afternoon on the Monday. I took that course to Caruso's, and some of the guys said they've been doing it for a little while already, so they already knew that someone's written a whole page in our book which tells us step by step how to do it.
Yeah.
But as far as I heard, everything went pretty smooth. So yeah, it's very good.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're moving along with technology.
Yeah.
And that we will be in a situation where they just enter, and I just wondered how it would have coped, at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I took my iPad, which made it a lot easier, because you got it all there in front of you rather than on the phone and trying to swipe over and enlarge it, and So it's on my iPad, which is good. Makes life easier for everyone, and so yeah, it just advertises what's going on with the game. So it's good.
Brilliant.
So if you want to know what's going on, results and everything, again, poolstat.com is the way to go. Vegas League is on this Thursday. We've had a few rounds now, back into round 4 already.
It's amazing how quick it goes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Talking teams, even Super League, trying to get teams together, and all of a sudden you're like week 2, week 4 in the Vegas League.
Yeah,
it flies by.
Absolutely, and of course they're all handicapped, and so Super League. So everyone's a chance. Anyone can win. You don't know what's going to be the end results, and last week there was already like 2 or 3 matches where they were on the last frame, and nobody knows what's going to happen. So it's all good fun.
Yeah, that's awesome, honestly. Well, in here we've got our finals. Tuesday night Snooker League finals. So this Tuesday we've got Chalky's Cheap, which is Kyle Stereo and Nathan White, versus Emil Riera and George Nikolopoulos, the Hurricanes. So the winner of that match goes straight to the grand final. We have the Smooth Chalkers versus the Loose Cannons. Winner of that will go through and play the loser of the first match. And in the minor, or the bottom 6 teams played off, Alec. So we've got Blurred Vision and the Good Guys versus, they're playing each other, and then we've got Rolling Stones versus the Ball Breakers this week. So another night of lots of action happening here, Alex. The room's back up and running, stuff happening every night, and it's going really well. But one of your old mates called in the room this week, Alex, the great man, Peter Darby.
Yeah, right.
He came in for a hit, and I always like seeing Peter in the room. He's not shy to tell me how many times he's won the state snooker title. But he was talking to me about the RSL League. So everyone here, when we think of snooker, we always talk about Snooker SA. But in Adelaide, Alex, there is another there's another league with snooker players in here that have, they've got 9 teams in the team. They've got like 8 players in a team, and they've got a very, very strong league, and 70, 80 odd players in their league. So I spoke to Peter. He sent me some information down here, and when I looked at the players that will keep competing in the comp, so we've got state champions, finalists, minor champions in there, the likes of Glenn D'Amica, Con Corollis, Max Renziak, 13 or 14 times state champion, Steve Edwards, Scotty Mitchell, Jason Tucker, Rob Duke, Peter Darby, Tracy Bell, 3 or 4 times state champion, and then you got like Ray Farley, last year's state champion, Paul Hancock, a finalist, Graham Halligan, Paul Scholes. These players have all won state titles, made finals and stuff. So I was really impressed when Peter gave me that information, and just to let them know that the RSL League is quite strong here in Adelaide. So just for you, Peter, I just let you know that Seaton is on top. And in the Seaton team, we've got Glenn D'Amica, Don Ritoro, Con Corollis, Max Renziak, Steve Edwards, and Alex Parsons. And in second spot, we've got Brighton Gold. And I'll just run through their team, Alex, quickly. Ray Farley, Graham Halligan, Paul Hancock, Paul Scholes, and Adrian Kerr. Now, that team alone could be a South Australian state snooker team and players. But it's good to hear that, not even here in Adelaide, there's another league in these players, and then players venture into Snooker SA. But it's good to hear that the RSL League is ticking over and running quite strong. So
there's something for you to remember, that when you have a state title and you don't see all these players, and all of a sudden they turn up, they're actually playing in other leagues, so they're still hitting the ball, even though they don't come in here.
That's right.
And you're thinking, well, I haven't seen this guy for a while, he might not be playing that well. But all of a sudden, then you find out he's playing in the league. So
that's right.
And practice.
And the likes of Paul Hancock and Jason Tucker and even Peter Darby, Ray Farley, who, as I said, won the state title last year.
Yeah.
I might see him in here once a week, but like you said, they're actually competing.
Yeah.
Once you're competing at whatever level, it lifts your standard and your competitive edge. So it's really nice for for Peter to come in and give me the info on the RSL. So
Yeah.
thanks for that, Peter, and I'm eager to see keep them results coming in from the RSL league.
Sounds good. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
We've got a tournament coming up on the weekend, Phil. Now,
Yep.
That really requires a bit of a chat about. It's a 8-man double elimination event. Now, why only 8 players? It's a 9-ball event.
Yep.
And the 8 players that have decided to put their hand in their pocket is a $250 entry.
Which is a big ask.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of cash to put up. And we know that 9-ball, it's a race to 11, and it's pretty hard to beat the top players when it's a race to 11. So there's the likes of Mikey.
So who are the 8 players?
Yeah, we've got Mikey Casiola, James Evreniadis, Nathan Neems are our top 3 players. Aaron Lynch, Jason Ahmed, Ricky Watson, Dave Ewing, and myself.
Yep.
Now, this will be a blind draw. There's no seeding or anything.
Yep.
So we're going to do a blind draw on the Sunday.
Yep.
The tournament's going to start at 12 o'clock. Double elimination all the way up to the final. So it'll be a race to 11 on the winner's side, race to 9 on the loser's side, race to 13 in the final, but one final only.
One final. Yeah.
Right. We're having a player auction on a Saturday night. We've got Rusty Wheeler, who's going to be doing it live on Facebook.
Yep.
We are taking pre-bids at the moment. Our bids at the moment are Mikey Casiola's already up to about $1,200. James Evreniadis $1,100. Nathan Neems $1,000.
Wow. Well, Alex, what I was amazed by these figures is them bids are from people interstate.
Yeah.
So, and Rusty Wheeler's in Queensland.
Yeah.
And what is it, the big guns, South Australian big guns?
Well, that's what they called it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's really the only guns because they've only got 8 players.
It's a bit harsh, but what I like about it, Iceman, is you've got so much interest from interstate.
Yeah.
Like you're filming it live.
Yeah.
And there's people from Victoria and New South Wales that are putting bids on our players from South Australia. So
now there was this guy I bumped into last night.
Yeah.
His name's Chris Asterio.
Well, his name's not on there.
No, he's not. But he was bitterly disappointed. He said, "Where's Phil?"
Phil who?
And I said, what do you mean, where's Phil? He said, why isn't he playing? I said, well, I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Maybe he's scared. Mate, well, Phil, tell your viewers why you're not playing.
No.
How many world titles did you go to? How much 9-ball experience do you have? You're saying that you can't play. 1-day event and you can't play.
Well, I don't know how to answer that, Alec. I would love to be in that field.
I know you would.
And the bottom line is they're too good for me.
Bullshit.
They are.
They're too good.
But
that's not what you said earlier. I'll effing smash them is what you said to me.
Don't say that.
That's what you said.
I would never have swore.
Yes, you did. We had a cider and you swore after that.
Well, Alec, next time you run an event, I'll play if you speak to me before, but my wife's working. I've got 3 children.
We gave you plenty of notice. We gave players plenty of time to make a decision.
You make me feel like I'm running scared now.
I know you're not running scared. I know you're a busy man, and that's fine. But for people out there that are saying, why isn't Phil playing? Why isn't Dave Rothel playing?
Yeah.
Now, these people were asked.
Yeah. You know,
and they decided they couldn't play.
You did ask me to play, Alec, and I would love to be in that field.
Yeah.
And honestly, with my life, with my children, and my wife works full time, it is very difficult for me to get the time off. But as I said, Alec, James, I feel in that field, James and Mikey are going to be very, very difficult to beat.
Absolutely.
And it's a great field, and I'm really pumped that you've got this event happening, Iceman, and hopefully I can be part of one of your upcoming events.
Well, it is hard to find the 8 players that are willing to put $250. So I want to thank the players that put their hand in their pocket, because you're right. James and Mikey and Nathan are 3 top players that are going to be difficult to beat in a race to 11.
Yeah.
But it is a blind draw. There's no seeding, so I'd like to see Mikey and James play each other in the first round.
Well, I'd love that too.
And then Nathan Neems can play the winner of that, right? And on the other end, you get a nice little draw, soft draw down the bottom. So,
do you know what, Alec? James and Mikey are the clear-cut two favourites in there. But yourself and Ricky Watson have both won Australian Open 9-ball titles. And so don't count them two out of the fact. Nathan Neems is he's an X factor in that field.
Yeah.
If he decides to fire up, he can destroy everyone in that field. Jason Ahmed has had victories over all of them players. He's made finals.
he's been to world titles. He's
been
got
to
that
world
experience.
titles, so, you know, don't discard Jason.
Well, you're the one that's saying that they're the standout. I'm not discarding anyone.
No, but they are the standout. But what I'm saying is the other ones we're debuting.
Yeah.
He might not have played 9-ball world titles. He's represented Australia in a 2-shot pool.
Yeah.
And Aaron Lynch is also a very, very solid player.
Absolutely.
So on their day they're going to cause trouble. But James and Mikey are 2 9-ball players, 2 Australian 9-ball players, and 2 Australian champions, Icemen. So it's going to be a tough field.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I would like to have played in it, but I think I'd be off the pace with them guys, Icemen.
Well, anyway, moving on.
Thanks for that.
Well, moving on, because on the Saturday night, we're going to have the live auction.
Yeah.
Right? So we are taking pre-bids. The live auction, now, the Calcutta will pay top 3.
Yep.
So because there was an easy clear cut first, second and third.
Yep.
So top 3 will be 60% to the winner, 30% to runner up, 10% to third.
Yep.
Okay, that's with 10% taken off the top for administration. And so we're hopefully, looking around at $10,000 to maybe $12,000 on the Calcutta, which will give you, let's say we work on 10,000, we'll give you a $6,000 first prize.
Massive money.
Yeah, that'd be great numbers. So if anyone's interested in maybe having a little dabble on one of the other players or one of the big boys, then get in touch with myself or Mikey on Messenger or Rusty Wheeler, or lock in for Saturday night 7:30 with Rusty Wheeler. All right.
Iceman, I'll put in a smoky for everyone out there. Ricky Watson top 3.
There you go.
Not that that's a brave tip, but he has injured his leg lately, and I'm tipping all he's doing is playing 9-ball. He's got a table at home.
He has.
He made the semis of the state title, so I think he may have a little bit more time on his hand to play 9-ball than what everyone else has, Iceman. Wow. So anyone out there looking for someone to back in that Calcutta, I think Ricky could be that smoky investment bet, Iceman.
Yeah. Well, if you're interstate and you can't get down to Empire, there will be on live scoring.
Yeah.
So that's one way you can keep an eye on your money. We will be streaming most of them. Well, whatever match we can will be on. There will always be a match on the stream table from 12 o'clock. So you can keep an eye on what's going on there, and that will be through Empire. Well, absolutely. Now, obviously, we could have invited some interstate players, but there is this issue with the COVID.
Yeah, it's tough.
People don't want to make that commitment, and then I can't make it. I'm not going to come. There's too many problems, and so it's not like we haven't opened it to everyone.
Yeah.
But we just thought we'd do it with South Australians, and that way we know we're all here, and move on from there. So.
Iceman, that field's Australian standard anyway.
Yeah.
Like, who else could you fit in there? Maybe Justin Sage might come over, but...
Funny you mention that name, because the Australian Pool Players Association, which has just been formed in Sydney, running their 10-ball event on the weekend, that was taken out by Justin. So...
he's a machine, that guy.
Look, I'm not sure who he played in the final. I know he played Alvin Wajaya from Brisbane.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Bean Hung was in the other semi-final. I'm not sure the gentleman. Never heard the other gentleman's name, who she played in the final. So who she played in the semi. So I don't even know who Justin played in the final, but he did win it.
Got the chocolates
Yeah.
again.
So that was well done again to Justin over there.
Yep.
He must be doing something a little bit different to the rest because he's always there, isn't he?
And it's not just one sport, Iceman.
No.
He won the state snooker.
Yeah.
He won the 8 ball. He's winning 9 ball. He's winning 10 balls. He's a champion, Iceman. Yeah. You know, he's got a very good cue in action, and he's very strong at all sports, and he works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's just one of Australia's best cuers.
He's not married though.
Is that, maybe that's the secret. He doesn't have 4 children.
There you go.
I'll give him the tip.
Yeah.
So, and just before we go, Alex, we had the 147 on Sunday. We had our biggest field. We had 16 players play, so we went into 2 groups.
Yeah.
Serial winner in Stacey Vine got up again. So Stacey won his group, and in second was Rick Cox, and in third place was Steve Edwards, who plays in the RSL that we just mentioned. And in the other group was Chris Wilmer. He's been coming in here for about 6 months now. He plays every week, and he finally cracked it. So well done, Chris. I'm really happy for you to do that. Mike Wellens, second. Michael, bridesmaid again, so you need to lift your game. And the other Vine, Lyndall dropping in third spot.
Awesome.
So great turnout for us to get 16 players from knockout here on Sunday. So it's been an awesome 2 weeks of Q Sports, Iceman.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Been great. So,
I'm surprised we got through it.
well, so I've got to rush off
Yep.
because I've got to go practice some 9 ball.
Well, good
I've
luck,
got a
buddy.
tournament on Sunday, so that's good. We're looking forward to that event actually.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And I'm sorry I'm not part of it. I'd love to be part of it, Iceman. So moving forward.
Yeah. Also, the Old Dogs Calcutta event in Tasmania, which is early April, a couple of players have pulled out. So if there were people considering going to that event, you've got to be over 50 obviously. There are a couple of spots available. I'd be getting onto Tony Cannon very quickly if you're interested. But another really good event in a nice,
fantastic venue.
Yeah.
Fantastic tournament.
Yeah, it is good.
I
Tables are great.
heard they pulled out because they heard you were going back.
No. That's no. I think they're just a bit concerned about the COVID and all that sort of stuff. So, but I'll be there if they let me come into the state. So
Defend that title, Iceman.
absolutely. So I love a tournament. So why not? So thanks for everyone again for watching, and
All good.
we'll see you next
great
week.
to see you, Iceman.
Good on you, mate.
Till next week. See
Thank
you, buddy.
you.